I'm gonna fight you on that one. How freaking cool is this thing? So Down to Ferment sent this to me, and it is one of the most beautiful gifts I've ever received from a hot sauce company. It is so freaking cool. So they're celebrating their 5-year anniversary right now. I have no idea what their anniversary is, but every year they make an anniversary sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have tasted. I want to say I've had these two on the channel for sure. This harissa style mustard is one of the best hot sauces I have ever tasted. It is unbelievable. I love it so much. This is insanely hot. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember tasting this, but I'm sure I have. This is one of the weirdest, cool sauces I've ever had. And I think that this is going to be, before I even open it, I think it's going to be in the running for best hot sauces of the year because they sent me a prototype. And I had no idea what was in the prototype. And so we're going to taste it today. We're going to learn about it. And if it is not changed, it is freaking amazing. So before I get into it, I must preface that Down to Ferment makes Java Jam, my hot sauce. So I do have a personal relationship with them. Now, just because they make my hot sauce doesn't mean that I'm going to automatically like this. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you that I don't like it, even though I think I've tasted this sauce and it is quite tasty. So let's learn, let's eat. Did they change their kombucha? We'll see, because they're using a yerba mate culture for their kombucha. I'm going to go with the ingredients first. Wow, that's interesting. So they're using their kombucha, and then they're using honey, and then blackberries, figs, I love figs, raspberries, white balsamic vinegar, peri-peri peppers, orange zest, salt, basil, and vanilla. I never in a million years would have gotten basil from this. I'm going to have to try to focus in on that. This sauce is incredible. Berry naughty. Okay, we made it. To mark our 5th year in business, this is a really hard font to read, I'm not going to lie. Decided to age our kombucha in a port wine barrel, drawing on inspiration from Portuguese delicacies. This sauce is very berry forward, with hints of port and citrus notes. We use the peri-peri pepper for a consistent but pleasant burn. This is a very hard font to read. This is a sweeter sauce that can be used on charcuterie, braised meats, tarts, and seafood. Java Jam, my hot sauce I did with them, is specifically very, very good on like a cheese and charcuterie board. It is freaking amazing with cheddar cheese specifically. Never in a million years would I say that my mother-in-law is Java Jam's biggest proponent. She is obsessed with it. I made like Java Jam Doritos this past week. I made a video on it. I broke Annie Schrock's tooth doing it. And she made me bring them home, and I had to give her the rest of the bag. That being said, did not have that on my bingo card for my mother-in-law being so obsessed. All right, the honey is the second ingredient? That is crazy. Okay, the consistency is definitely thin. I normally like my hot sauce to be a little bit thicker, a little bit more bodied. And I will also say that Down to Ferment sauces are some of the hardest to explain because they're fermented. They're weird. They're crazy sauces. They're very complex. And this has got multiple notes from different things. This smells better than the prototype. There's more aroma happening, and I don't know where it's coming from. I smell more berry and maybe more of like the white balsamic. They have done something to make this more aromatic. It smells amazing. Wow. You could use this as like I feel like this is going to work really well as like barbecue sauce kind of vibes. I think they said that like braised meats. Sure. Why has it got to be a braised meat? Tarts, seafood. Yeah, I'm agreeing on all those kind of things. It is a like pureed sauce. I'm not seeing a lot like floating in it. It is not a thin sauce. It is the closest thing to a thin sauce you can get though. So I'm still going to say it's medium bodied, and so it does have that like sticky icky a little bit going on, but it is right on the cusp of being thin. So I think they kind of nailed that aspect of it because you don't want your sauce to just run right off your food. But man, it's got lots of like red wine vibes. I'm not necessarily smelling port, but I'm definitely getting like juicy red wine aromas. Yeah, it smells very good. All right, cheers. Let's taste it. So, man. It's incredibly juicy, jammy, delicious. It is hotter than I remember it being. So they're calling it a 2.5 out of 5 on their heat scale. Now, outside of their like Carolina Creeper and probably the Jerk Cerversary, this Carolina Creeper is an insanely hot sauce. And I don't remember how hot this sauce is, but generally speaking, their sauces aren't like super, super hot. And this is pretty hot for them. So they're calling it 2.5 out of 5. I'm going to fight you on that one. I would call this like a solid 3.5 out of 5, maybe even a 4 on their heat scale. Even though like the peri peri pepper is not like a super, super hot pepper. Where is it in the list? It's kind of low too. It's right below the balsamic vinegar before you get to like the orange zest and salt, so like and basil and vanilla. But there is like some substance to that pepper being in here. It's got some really good heat to it. This sauce is incredible. It's absolutely 100% on my list for best hot sauces of the year. The amount of care and thought that's gone into this sauce is... Not many people are operating hot sauce companies on this level of complexity, care, thought process. Yeah, they aged the kombucha in port wine barrels. I think they aged them for a year, which is just ridiculous. I don't know where they got their port wine barrel, but that's insane. Let me get back. It is juicy. It is sweet. It is insanely complex. Red wine vibes. I'm not gonna lie. It's very similar to like the vibes that I was going with for Java Jam, but they are going like we went with the Java and the coffee and the like that brightness, that complexity route. This is if you went the other way and you leaned into like the fruit. So like the blackberries, the figs. The white balsamic, I think, is like a freaking genius idea. Doing this, orange zest, salt, vanilla, all that stuff. I'm not tasting basil at all. Let me give it another taste. Let me like try to really focus in on the basil. I'm not getting it at all. All right, my mouth is watering apparently though. Oh, yeah, this is just just killer. Use it for all the recommendations. Cheese and charcuterie. Again, this works as like a barbecue sauce. This is gonna work on pork. This is gonna work. Yeah, I think it'll work on seafood. Tarts, yeah, really good bomb breakfast items. That kind of thing. I think it'd be really nice. Heat scale. I'm gonna say it's a very solid 3 on my heat scale. Like not quite a 4, but like really getting up there. I'm kind of impressed at how much work the peri peri peppers are doing here because they are kicking. They are kicking. Fabulous sauce. Absolutely fabulous. This is, in my book, since I'm saying it's one of the best hot sauces of the year, it's definitely on my short list, this is a must purchase. So, if you have never had down to ferment hot sauces, I highly recommend this sauce. Highly recommend. Checking it out. In the description below, I'm going to put a link to down to ferment. Pick it up. I was sad not to be at the Fiery Food Show in Albuquerque this past weekend to hang out with my good buddies there, but I heard that they had a great time, and I hope that anybody who was there had a good time as well. So, okay. Also, on a side note, thanks to anyone who has been supporting the channel over the years. You guys are absolutely fantastic. If you want to support the channel, the 2 best ways to support me are to, 1, watch my videos, share my videos, subscribe to my videos. I have a hot sauce club where Down to Ferment's been in there. Lots of companies that you see behind me have been in it. And my goal with the Hot Sauce Club is to get the best hot sauces in your hands from the best makers on the planet. So in the description below, you can find a link to that. And that is the best way to support the channel, or just join the Patreon in general. It is, I'm not gonna lie, it is getting harder and harder for creators like myself to be able to continue to do this on a full-time schedule, I guess you could say. So all the supports in the world is welcome, so I can continue doing this. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Brian Ames. Please click the subscribe button that you see right there, and you'll subscribe to my videos. From now on, I'm going to be eating a lot of peppers. It's going to, oh man, it's going to be great. Bye.